Welcome to Channel Japan. I'm Maki Arai.
And I'm Makiko Tsuda.
Every week, we bring you the freshest information out of Japan right here from our studio in Tokyo.
From the economy, culture, and even foods, if you want to find out what's happening in Japan right now, this is where you'll find it.
Channel Japan Ranking.
First up is Channel Japan Ranking, in which we rank the hottest products and services in the country. Today's theme is onsen, or hot springs. They are some of Japan's most popular tourist spots.
They definitely are. Now, a weekly newspaper called Kanko Keizai Shimbun, which mainly focuses on the economic aspects of tourism, comes up with a ranking of Japan's top 100 hot springs every year. And we have a list of the top 10 from 2012. As you can see, there are many onsen throughout Japan, and Kusatsu in Gunma Prefecture is at first place, and Yufuin and Beppu, which are both in Oita Prefecture, are respectively at number 3 and number 9. And they're all very popular areas that attract many tourists.
And right now there's competition between these two prefectures. And locals from both prefectures are passionate about attracting more tourists. So let's take a look.
Kusatsu Onsen is located in the northwest corner of Gunma Prefecture. Their hot springs have high acidity. Said to heal various ills, they are very popular and attract many visitors. Many of Oita's tourist attractions are hot springs, like the reddish Lake of Blood Hell and a mud springs called Bozu Hell, where mud bubbles up. The Onsen Prefecture slogan is everywhere in Oita. We asked the Oita governor why they chose that name.
どうも、広瀬です。温泉のマークです。
Even the governor's business card displays the slogan.
何かもっとインパクトのあるキャッチフレーズはないかなって言って考えてましてですね。そうだとやっぱり温泉県っていうのがいいなというふうに思ったわけですね。
日本一の温泉県は大分です。おう!
Just why are these two prefectures both claiming to be the onsen prefecture? Which one's number 1 in Japan?
湧出量も、源泉数も、日本一。
Oita's hot springs have the largest total output at 290,000 litres per minute, about 4 times the output of Gunma's hot springs. As for well springs, Oita has more than 10 times that of Gunma. In addition, Oita has a wide variety of hot springs.
温泉の泉質は11種類の全世界11種類あるんですね、泉質の種類が。そのうちの10種類が別府温泉の中にあるんです。
So, all but one of the 11 types of hot springs in existence can be found in Beppu. You can even find a pharmacy with a hot springs foot bath. Enjoy while waiting for your prescription. What about this barbecue restaurant? Yet another hot spring. Even at a cafe, having a hot spring is a must. Hot springs are part of their daily lives. That's why they call themselves the Onsen Prefecture. However, Gunma isn't about to back down.
毎分3万2000リットルが出てるっていう、その湯量の豊富さっていうのは自慢にもできるし、自信にもなると思いますね。
Kusatsu has the highest output of natural springs, hot springs that are not pumped to the surface. Not to mention, Kusatsu has a long history of being a spa resort. They are confident in the quality of their hot springs. What is the biggest reason that Kusatsu is so confident they're number one?
プロが選ぶ日本の温泉地100選で10年連続日本一になりまして、おかげさまで10年連続っていうのが大事なんです。
Gunma has been calling itself the onsen prefecture for over 20 years to raise public awareness of their hot springs.
日本一の温泉県とかですね、あるいは全国有数の温泉県、日本を代表する温泉というようなイメージで、これまでアピールしてまいりました。
In Gunma, there are many other nationally famous hot springs in addition to Kusatsu. It really is an onsen prefecture. Which one originated the hot springs symbol?
うちの会社の初代の社長が油屋熊八っていうんですけども、その方が温泉マーク、温泉マークを作ったということなんです。
湯気が。
そうです。マークは初代の社長が作ったマークです。
Kumahachi Aburaya is called the founder of Beppu Onsen. It is said that he designed this hot springs symbol. On the back of his statue at Beppu Station, there it is, the hot springs symbol.
もう100年ほど前ですよね。はい。
間違いない。
はい、間違いないです。
When we told the Gunma manager that Oita is the symbol's birthplace,
あれ、そうなんですか？それは初めて聞きました。
聞いたことないです。
聞いたことないです。磯部のはずですよ。確か磯部温泉だったと思います。
apparently Gunma also claims to be the symbol's birthplace. To find out the truth, we headed to Annaka City, where Isobe Onsen is located. The lines of steam look a bit long, but it does resemble the hot springs symbol. According to Annaka City, there are records stating that this symbol has been used in Isobe since 1661. That would be more than 100 years older than Oita's symbol. Which hot springs have more history? Beppu Onsen has apparently been in operation for over 1,000 years. We were shown a document as proof.
どれですか？はい、この、文豪の国不動記というのに出ております。
This is a 1,300-year-old document from the Nara period. It mentions red hot springs. This apparently refers to the lake of Blood Hell. The records show that the people of Oita have been using hot springs for a very long time. Gunma's Kusatsu Onsen also has quite a history. Around the central Yubatake are the names of 100 famous individuals who have passed through Kusatsu. Among them is the famous poet Issa Kobayashi, as well as the first shogun of the Kamakura shogunate, Minamoto no Yoritomo. The oldest historical figure here is Yamato Takeru no Mikoto, a legendary hero featured in Japan's oldest history books.
船草津は大和武の命が発見したっていうふうに残ってます。
Unfortunately, there are no supporting records for that claim. Why are Gunma and Oita so eager to be the onsen prefecture? It's partly due to the success of Kagawa Prefecture, after they began calling themselves the Udon Prefecture. You can see Udon Prefecture everywhere in Kagawa. Here is an unassuming udon eatery in the mountains. It's been serving the same delicious homemade udon for years. Only locals used to know of this place, but the quality and the ambience of the eatery eventually became known nationwide.
僕も今日来たばかりで初めてです。
Local areas are taking advantage of this opportunity to attract more visitors by putting udon and related products at the forefront. To welcome tourists who have come for udon, at the Takamatsu airport you can find a faucet that pours udon broth.
美味しかったです。お腹が空いてきました。
There are even udon taxis with drivers who are udon specialists.
はい、いらっしゃいませ。
香川県ってうどんがこんなにも有名なんですか？
讃岐の人っていうのは昔から、手先が器用で、はい、うどんの職人さんになるには、はい、うってつけだったとも言われてますね。
To ensure that drivers can answer the various questions tourists may have, applicants must first pass a written exam and then a practical on making udon before getting behind the wheel. Their goal is to attract visitors who plan to try many udon eateries. This prefecture is truly all about udon. In the past, Kagawa's tourism promotion division had tried other strategies to attract visitors, but they were not as successful.
小豆島としての魅力を表現をさせていただいているんですけど、やはり他の県も同じようなポスターをやっぱ作っているので、なかなか目を引かなかった部分もあるのかなと思うんですけれども。
That's when they thought of something everyone knew about Kagawa, udon. The prefecture devoted their resources to an all-out udon marketing campaign with remarkable success. Their decision to promote the entire prefecture paid off. Kagawa placed 23rd in a nationwide survey of popular prefectures, a big step up from their previous 30th spot. Oita recently made a move to replicate Kagawa's success.
昨年の10月でしたかな、特許庁の方に、商標登録の申請をしたところなんですけどね。
They sought to trademark the term Onsen Prefecture. If they are successful, only Oita will be able to use that phrase. Gunma and other prefectures have vehemently opposed the move, arguing that it would pose a serious impediment to their own campaigns. In return, each prefecture received a response from Oita. It stated that the trademark would serve as insurance, rather than as an injunction against other prefectures. Oita explained that they wanted to prevent private third parties from registering it as a trademark. If the patent is accepted, Oita will allow its use by government entities.
そうすると全体として温泉県が盛り上がっていくじゃないかとこう思ってますから、大いに歓迎したいと思いますね。
Gunma can now breathe a sigh of relief.
ゆっくり温泉に浸かっていただきながら、また群馬の魅力を満喫していただければと思っております。
Why the increased interest in revitalizing the local image?
具体的にその地方もアピールしていかないと、多分なかなか来てもらえない。なら自分たちの良さっていうのを徹底的に織り込んでいかなきゃならないわけですよね。何のために県を改名するかというのは、県を改名すること自体に意味があるわけではなく、そのためにどういう効果をもたらすのかというのを考えていかなきゃならない。
So I guess hot springs are becoming popular with international tourists as well.
They are indeed. Now, the Japan National Tourism Organization conducted a study in which they asked tourists from abroad that are headed for Japan what they look forward to, and onsen ranked high along with food and shopping.
And it seems that Kusatsu, Yufui and other onsen areas are trying different ways to attract these tourists.
They are. Oita Prefecture is located in the Kyushu region, and they have many airports with flights landing from all around Asia. And the large number of international visitors represent a huge potential for onsen areas. And for example, in the 10 days around Chinese New Year in 2011, 70% of the tourists were from abroad, especially from China and South Korea.
And Gunma Prefecture?
Gunma Prefecture. The homepage for the Tourism Association at Kusatsu Onsen in the prefecture is in 4 languages: Japanese, English, Chinese and Korean. And also there are reasonably priced buses that bring tourists to Kusatsu straight from Tokyo.
So it seems kind enough for foreign users, but there are certain rules on how to take a bath and an onsen, and they may be a little confusing for people from abroad.
They could be, couldn't they? For example, you must wash yourself before entering the bathtub, and you mustn't use your towel inside the bathtub.
I didn't know that until I was an adult, until I was like 20.
You're a Japanese, so
Yes.
it could be even difficult for foreigners. But now there are many onsens with multilingual signs to guide you, so hopefully these will help the tourists to enjoy the hot springs.
Well, that's it for Channel Japan Ranking. After the break, we'll be showing you a popular documentary program. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Tokyo Skytree. This is the grand panoramic view from 450 meters. Here you'll experience the unforgettable. Look, enjoy, be amazed, and be awestruck. That's what Tokyo Skytree is all about. Japan's latest landmark, Tokyo Skytree.
On the train to the sky with Spacia. More than you expect.
Mitsubishi Electric is helping to change the environment for the better around the world.
Green subway systems in India.
Green air conditioning systems in Singapore.
Echo changes for a greener tomorrow. Mitsubishi Electric.
The search is on to discover the next creative master of Asia. Japan's leading TV and radio network TBS brings to you the Digicon 6 Awards, giving visual artists in Asia an opportunity to create their dreams. Whether it's a short drama, animation, or music video, if it's yours, you may be the next winner of the Digicon 6 Grand Prize. For more details, check out digicon6.com. It's time to create your dreams.
You're watching Channel Japan. In our next segment, we introduce you to some of our popular documentary programs. This week, it's an episode from Japanese Dream by TBS. It features a researcher who is trying to create a new, inexhaustible source of energy.
Yes, the key to his electricity generation is salt water and magnesium. And by combining these two, he envisions to develop a new fuel cell. And today we'll be showing you his attempt to ride an electric tricycle for about 100 kilometers, fueled solely by his new fuel cells. So take a look.
December 11th, 2012. A groundbreaking experiment takes place. An electric tricycle leaves disaster-stricken Fukushima. Its power source, a new generation energy that may change the world. Professor Yasuaki Kohama of Tohoku University is the person who invented it. This source is inexhaustible and can be used repeatedly. It's the ultimate energy source.
その孫の代のことを考えると、このままじゃ死にきれないっていう。あ、どうも。
Energy recycling is Kohama's dream. A specialist in solar concentration technology has volunteered to help Kohama with his project.
世の中を変える、社会を変えるってことです。
67-year-old Kohama drives through northeastern Japan to create a safe environment for his grandchildren.
I have a dream.
What exactly is this new generation energy that could change the world? We visit Kohama at his lab. Kohama takes out
これが中に入ってるのがエネルギー源です。直接電気が取り出せる、自分たちの手で作る人工的な燃料です。
Kohama heads to the beach with his man-made power source in hand. He takes off his shoes, rolls up his pants, and steps into the cold winter sea. He then scoops up a cup of seawater. He pours the seawater into the plate's compartments. Suddenly, the light and the fan turn on. And then the TV.
映ったじゃん。こりゃ最高。
This plate that generates electricity with only the addition of seawater is magnesium. Kohama shows us why he chose magnesium as the source for the new generation energy.
これが太陽の光を反射させてここのパラボラ鏡に当てるんですね。でそうするとあそこに太陽のエネルギーが一点に集まりますから、そうするとだいたい2000度くらいはいっぺんにいっちゃうんですよ。
When a piece of wood is placed in front, Kohama puts magnesium that has already generated energy and a catalyst in a glass tube that is in a vacuum state. He then sets it in front of the reflector. There is a substance forming on the inside of the glass tube. The magnesium has returned to its original state. Once it gives off electricity, magnesium oxidizes. When heated, oxygen and the catalyst react, and pure magnesium can be extracted from the mixture. This means that magnesium is a substance that can be recycled indefinitely.
もう石炭も石油もウランもいらなくてもいい未来が見えてくる。つまり安全安心で本当の意味で持続可能な社会が見えてくるわけです。太陽がある限りずっと我々の手でマグネシウムという燃料を作り出すことができるわけですからね。
April 2012. Kohama visits Tokyo to meet a man who is vital to the recycling of magnesium.
失礼します。あ、どうも。今日はよろしくお願いします。
This is Shigesato Nakamura, the president of Mitaka Koki. Nakamura makes mirrors with world-class light concentration technology. He supports Kohama's next-generation energy project and has volunteered his assistance. The reason behind Kohama's Tokyo trip is
バスね、バーレーンの方が来た時に、まずマグネ性マグネシウム鉱があるんだっていうことをね、まず示したよね。実はこれが元で電気が起きるんですよって、それがみんなになりますので。
The Bahrain delegation is visiting Mitaka Koki. So Nakamura has taken this opportunity for Kohama to make a presentation.
こういう準備しててもらう。あれつかない。手で映んなっちゃうことはないようにして。そうです。こけてしまう話なので、先生の存在をガチンとね、それでちょっと小浜先生と連絡取るのはどうしたらいいんだっていうような感じにして帰ってもらいたいわけ。
Kohama hopes that the Bahrainis will get on board this magnesium recycling project. But how will this turn out? The next day. Kohama prepares assiduously prior to the arrival of the Bahrain delegates. Everything seems to be going well, until...
あら、ちょっと調子悪い。なんだか調子悪いね。
The power suddenly failed. Could it be lacking salt water? The TV still doesn't turn on. Why now of all times? They disassemble the board and start repairing it when... The Bahrainis arrive. First, Nakamura himself presents to the delegates the main reason for their visit. Then they step inside for Kohama's presentation on the magnesium project. But... Nakamura begins to explain Kohama's project.
実はこれが電気を起こすんです。で、今日これを発見した教授とこれを作っている会社を実はこのところで今スタンバイしてイライラ待ってますので。
They all focus on Kohama.
これモーターが回ってますね。ですから普通のガソリンに変わってこれが電気を直接作り出せる。
A magnesium ion cell, which he bought just in case, does work.
Do you agree or とても面白いです。
We want to see it on paper and study it.
書面で見てちょっと検討したいと思います。Yes, yes.
ありがとうございます。So, thank you very much.
Fortunately, the presentation is a success.
かなり理解してもらえたと思いますよね。
March 11th, 2011. Kohama is from Kamaishi, a city heavily damaged by the earthquake on that day. Seeing the devastating aftermath of the tsunami, he, as a scientist, contemplates what he can do for his hometown.
私はその孫の代のことを考えるとこのままじゃ死にきれないっていうとてもじゃないけどその明るい未来を描けないんでね、そんな社会を残したまま次の世の中に行くわけにはいかないというそういう焦りとなんていうかなそれが逆にバネになって何とかしなくちゃということで動いてるのが状況ですね。こんにちは。
Kohama wants to create a world where his grandchildren can grow up healthy and happy. I can rest once I'm in my grave, he says.
なんだこれ。なんだ。お前たちの未来のために頑張ってんだって。
Kohama plans a challenge that could make or break his magnesium project. He decided to ride an electric tricycle over 100 kilometers, fueled solely by magnesium and salt water. Experiments with vehicles are said to be the most difficult. If he succeeds, the possibility of making practical use of these magnesium cells increases significantly. Currently, electric cars run on lithium cells, so he may well change the future of electric cars. The day of his experiment.
世紀の一瞬ですから。行ってきます。
If he can finish this challenge using only recyclable magnesium and not fossil fuels or rare earth metals, he could revolutionize the future of energy. Kohama's challenge begins. Three hours into the challenge, he makes an unplanned stop at a parking area. What has happened?
はいはい。ちょっと下がったね。
補水します。
はい。
As the salt water reacted with the magnesium, the power levels dropped along with the water level. So they add salt water. Kohama continues his journey. The sun gradually starts to set. Magnesium doesn't react well in low temperatures. Will Kohama reach his goal? "5:30 p.m. Government workers who supported this project applaud as Kohama meets his challenge. He safely drove over 100 kilometers using only magnesium and salt water.
天にも昇る気持ちとか。
いやまだ頑張ってもらわないと。
いやいやいや本当に。まず一つのね大台に乗れたので。ギリギリ。
本当にどうも今日はおめでとうございました。どうも。私いつでも変われる格好してきたんだけど、先生一人でいやもう100キロ100何十キロやっちゃって、日本のエネルギー問題をこれで解決する新しい方法を小浜先生と一緒に解決していきたいと思っております。じゃあ頑張りましょう。先生お願いします。
次は家庭用のモデルハウスの電源として使ってやりたいし、その次は船舶船ですかねとか、その次は小型の発電所みたいなものにどんどん展開していきたいと思います。でこれがスタートですので、はい。
Well, I hope he continues his research and perhaps it can be put to practical use in the future.
I'm sure a lot of people are hoping that will happen, especially because Japan's energy self-sufficiency is strikingly low compared to other countries. I have a graph over here, and as you can see, Japan's self-sufficiency ratios are very low, including nuclear energy. The rate is at 18%, and without nuclear, the rate is at a mere 4%. This very thin line over here. Yes, and also food self-sufficiency is low, and Japan relies on lots of overseas imports.
So, since Japan doesn't have natural resources such as crude oil, securing energy is a big concern.
It is. It is.
There's a lot of research going into such large-scale energy production, but I also hear of a new approach that is being tried out in Japan. People create energy in their own homes and then sell it to electric power companies?
Yes, in Japan, an increasing number of households and companies are implementing solar power systems in their homes and buildings and generating electricity to use for themselves. And in addition, they can also sell excess energy to electric power companies. And the thing is, though, solar power systems are very expensive, so the government is providing financial assistance to households that decide to implement these systems, and in hopes that this will help spread the use of solar power systems.
Well, after the break, we'll be showing you an episode from a popular economics program, Gachiri Monday. Don't go away.
Where we see nothing, there could be anything. Panasonic is putting the endless energy of the sun to work, generating, storing, and managing energy efficiently, helping power our daily lives.
Panasonic.
Traditional.
Consistent.
Precise.
Speedy.
Professional. Innovative.
Polite. Quality from Japan. The best of business in Asia. SMBC. Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation.
How do we build sustainability into our relationship with Mother Earth? That's Kaiteki, Mitsubishi Chemical Holdings. Mitsui and Company.
Hey, look at this. They're building a huge steel plant with Kobelco technology.
Kobelco? Never heard of it.
It's Japanese. They can make iron with incredible speed. What once took 8 hours can be done in just 10 minutes.
Wow, the Japanese are incredible. The country of karate.
Ha! 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 Karate has nothing to do with it.
True.
The talk of the world. Kobelco.
You're watching Channel Japan. Next, we'll show you an episode from a popular Japanese economics program, Gachiri Monday by TBS. Today, we bring you an episode from their #1 prefecture series.
Yes, this series focuses on one prefecture and introduces products and technology that make them Japan's best.
This time we bring you a prefecture that is located just north of Tokyo, Saitama Prefecture. Let's take a look.
Today in Gachiri Monday, we will show you Japan's #1 industries that are located in Saitama Prefecture. First, we visited Matsubushi Town in East Saitama to visit Kanno Seimen.
あ、こんにちは。よろしくお願いします。市長さんでいいですか？あ、はい、彼女でございます。
President Yoshio Kanno welcomes us himself.
何が日本一なんでしょうか？あ、実はですね。こちらで日本一でございます。
Ramen.
ラーメンの麺で日本一の生産をしております。麺ってことですか？そうです。そうなんですか。はい。
Saitama Prefecture is a leading producer of Chinese noodles, a subset of the noodle industry that includes ramen noodles. There are over 100 noodle factories in the prefecture, out of which Kanno Seimen produces the most. But why is that? Saitama isn't known for ramen.
やっぱり土地が比較的広大に取れるということと、時間が経つことによって食味の変化が生ラーメンの場合あるものですから、なるべく製造してから早い時間にお届けできるのが大事なポイントだと思います。
The quality of fresh noodles deteriorates rapidly. Saitama's location allows deliveries to areas where ramen noodles are popular, such as Kanagawa, Tochigi, and Tokyo prefectures, all within 2 hours. In addition, Saitama is a large producer of wheat, a main ingredient. The combination of factors makes it an ideal location for ramen production. Kanno Seimen delivers to over 1,500 restaurants, mainly in the Kanto region. But they don't just deliver the same product.
そうです。こちらご覧いただければわかると思うんですが、約練り込みの生地で、約20種類ほどの生地を作っております。 あ、これ全部違う生地の、あれなんですか？ そうです。でその中で形を変えたり、厚さを変えたりすることによって、約50種類の麺を1ラインで作っております。ですから6ラインで50のその商品を作っております。
This mass production process allows them to make over 300 different kinds of noodles to accommodate the needs of the restaurants. For example, wrinkled 2.5mm noodles for Tokyo's light-tasting ramen. Thick noodles for Tochigi's Sano ramen. They customize the noodles depending on the region and restaurant. With more than 30 million servings being shipped annually, your favorite ramen could be one of them.
もうよりお客様の嗜好に合わせたものを作っていくっていうのは使命だと思ってますんで。はい。
Next, we visited Suzuki Dolls in Saitama City's Iwatsuki ward.
こんにちは。はい、よろしくお願いいたします。
This is Mr. Fujitsuka, the manager.
ここは何の日本一なんでしたっけ？
はい。こちら、これが日本一です。
ひな人形。
はい。
Saitama Prefecture ranks #1 in Hina doll production. There are over 160 doll makers in Iwatsuki. They shipped about $65 million worth in 2010, or approximately 80% of the domestic share. Why are there so many Hina doll makers in Iwatsuki?
栃木県にあります日光の東照宮を作るにあたりまして、全国から宮大工さんが集められたわけですね。それに作り終わって、帰る途中にこの岩槻に住まわれてその人形を作り始めたっていうことがそもそも始まりです。
When the shrine was complete, the craftsmen traveled back by a major road. They stopped by Iwatsuki. Some never left. Iwatsuki, famous for Paulownia wood, must have felt like home, since they were used to working with the same wood. Back then, doll faces were molded from sawdust. Iwatsuki's local craftsmen learned the technique, and this became a local industry. The doll faces are now made from plaster, but Suzuki Dolls still makes all their dolls by hand. They have numerous awards from the Prime Minister for their fine craftsmanship. In addition to protecting tradition, they are stepping things up.
今新しくこういうスタイルの人形を手掛けております。
これひな人形ですか？
はい、そうです。
A blonde emperor and a brunette empress with a bouquet in her hand. The person behind this new idea is this man, Akihito Suzuki.
Young方、これまで人形に興味があまりなかった方に少しでも注目していただこうと思ってこういったものを作りました。ファッション雑誌であったり、 メイクの方法であったり、そういったのを研究してみました。
あ、そうなんですか。
はい。
These modern-looking Hina dolls were remarkably successful. 500 sets were made, and they sold out in only a month. Even the craftsmen were surprised by this unexpected outcome.
最初はちょっとこんなものが売れるのかなと思ったんですけど、仕上がってみたら、すごい反響だったんですよね。もう少し来る方がいいんじゃないかなと思うんですけど、ちょっと赤すぎるかなと思うんですけど。
自分とこう
自分の好みはね。
好みは。
On to Konishi Corporation in Saitama City's Urawa Ward.
あ、どうも。はい、伊藤です。よろしくお願いします。
Mr. Ito is the factory manager.
ここは何の日本一なんでしょうか。
これです。
これは
接着剤です。接着剤の出荷金額が日本一です。
We all use glue to fix things, and they're the top seller of adhesives in Japan. You've probably never heard of their company name, but you may have seen some of their products. In 2011, they produced about 80,000 tons of glue and made sales of about $500 million. Why is Saitama a good place for adhesives?
そのボンドを作るのに適した広さ、場所で大事なのが水になりますので。
ボンドは水が大事なんですか。
水が大事なんですよ。
あ、そうなんですか。
で、その水が豊富で脂質が合うというところで埼玉ということになったんですよね。
To make water-soluble adhesives, there needs to be plenty of suitable water. Space is also a necessity, since they deal with hazardous materials. Urawa met all of these conditions. We were told that the company recently developed a powerful new glue.
どれぐらい強度出るかを見ていただきます。
Here are 2 blocks of iron. They used industrial-grade glue to put them together. The blocks were left to dry for a day. Once the glue dried, the blocks could not be pulled apart by hand. They then used this machine to pull the blocks apart.
左側が荷重、単位がニュートンになります。
ニュートン。はい。
For example, 10,000 newtons is equivalent to moving 1 ton.
じゃあスタートします。
セットして。あ、もう始まりました。今これ上に引っ張ってるわけですね。
はい、そうです。
引っ張っていて2000ニュートン、3000ニュートン、4000ニュートン、500キロぐらい、今700キロぐらいの力がかかる。あ、これで1トン、一番ニュートンで1トン。うわ、すごい。全然剥がれないですね。今2トン。2トンも全然いけるんですか。うわ、すげえ。
今 2.7 トンで壊れました。
2.7 トンの力で引っ張らないと
取れない
ぐらい強力な。
はい、そうです。
すごいですね。
This very powerful adhesive will be used to reinforce bridges. Next, we've come to Yori Town in North Saitama. Takahashi Seisakusho makes something that is #1 in Japan.
ご苦労様です。よろしくお願いします。
Here is the president, Mr. Tokyo Takahashi. On his wall are the words, "To master the universe is to conquer the world." What do you make?
もうこの天体望遠鏡だけで食している会社ですけど。
Saitama is Japan's top manufacturer of telescopes. Their sales are 4 times that of Tokyo in second. Takahashi Seisakusho holds 70% of the market share in luxury astronomical telescopes, which sell for over $10,000. One of their leading products is this. Its market price is $25,000. Here are some views from this telescope. No wonder there are fans. You can see these from your own home. Why are so many telescopes made here in Saitama?
やっぱり昔は東京板橋区の方で、双眼鏡やら望遠鏡やらをたくさん作ってる会社があって、そこから、場所が手狭になったために、近県のこの埼玉っていう土地に。
The company still makes their telescopes by hand. They make molds from sand and pour in molten metal. As the location of their old Tokyo factory became residential, they relocated to Saitama due to complaints about the noise and smell. They agreed to show us the most delicate part of telescope making, the lens assembly.
ちょっと
社長、これは何や？
レンズの組み込みですね。枠に、これから組み込む。
Takahashi's telescopes are known for their lens spacing. Usually, 3 lenses are placed with minimal spacing. However, Takahashi increased this spacing to minimize distortion. This method relies on the human hand. One must fine-tune the lens to set the focal point. Most manufacturers do not go through the trouble. Mr. Yuyama is the one who created this one and only method.
このあれを開発を起こそうかっていう時にちょっと山君と揉めたことがあるんですよ。
揉めた？
っていうのはこれを開発するには相当資金がいると。だから私は足踏みしてたんだけど、高橋がやらなきゃ本人が会社を辞めて、別会社でこれを作るでそういうふうに言い張ったもんでね、こっちが参ったんですよね。
なるほど。でもその技術が今
支えてることなんですね。
すごいですね。
未だに世界のメーカーでこのタイプを真似をしているメーカーはないと思います。
Well, Saitama doesn't end here. It's special in many other ways, isn't it?
Yes, it boasts a few more number ones. One of them is to be known to have the hottest weather in Japan. It was August 16th, 2007, and in the city of Kumagaya, which is located here, temperature of 40.9 degrees Celsius was recorded.
Unbelievable.
And it was the highest temperature ever recorded in Japan, so the city boasts of being a hot city. And as for the number of days when the temperature rose above 35 degrees Celsius in 2011, Kumagaya also ranked top in Japan with 26 days, and unsurprisingly, they had the highest annual sales of ice cream.
Oh. Well, Saitama isn't just hot, it's also the sunniest prefecture in Japan, and in 2010 they had 49 clear sunny days.
They also have something else, number one, and it may be something that not many people know about. Saitama has Japan's largest underground structure, which we have a picture of over here. It looks like a Greek temple.
Yes.
But it's actually a drainage canal, and when water levels increase due to a typhoon or heavy rains, it pulls water from small rivers, which drains out into larger rivers. And it's a 6.3 kilometer long drainage canal built 50 meters below ground level in the city of Kasukabe, and it can drain 200 metric tons of water per second. Impressive.
Amazing, isn't it? Well, we hope to feature other prefectures in the future, each with its own hidden charms and specialties. Well, that's it for this edition of Channel Japan. We have much more for you next week, so make sure you tune in.
As the future evolves, Toyota is envisioning a more interconnected life where information and energy flow seamlessly throughout the globe. The road ahead will require diverse and eco-friendly mobility solutions. It is on this path that our small choices lead to big changes. Life. Connected. Toyota.
Changing emissions from copper refineries into fertilizer. That is where Sumitomo Chemical got its start. For 100 years, we've been delivering the power of chemistry around the world. And we will continue to help make the world a better place for the next 100 years and more.
My parents work at a really great company, which makes cool computers and LCD TVs. Not only that, they build elevators for skyscrapers and zooming fast bullet trains. My mom designs the company's CT scan systems, which spot diseases. My dad develops power generation systems so people will have plenty of electricity. The company where my parents work is Toshiba.
Has anybody finished doing their pictures?
I have.
All around the world, Toshiba technology is hard at work, bringing smarter, faster, more sustainable development to life.
When I grow up, I want to work for people.
For a growing future, Toshiba.
Asia, the engine of the global economy. Japan, a regional powerhouse. And now, direct from Japan, economic news with a global impact in Chinese and English, delivered by Nikkei. Read the future, lead the economy. Nikkei, Japan's leading media for business.